Welcome back to the Shacknews Awards. We are going to be talking about the best mod of the year 2024, and we're not talking about Duke Nuked or our Twitch mods. We are talking about games that are being modified by usually community-made things that are pretty sweet. So let me get to the nominees, and then we'll talk about them, and then we'll vote, and then we will declare a winner of this Shacknews Award. But yeah, basically to be eligible for this category, you just had to release a mod this year. The game didn't have to release this year, just the mod. In some cases, maybe the mod like reached some sort of milestone this year too. So like it may be an existing mod, but it's just usually something cool that we ran into. So here are the nominees: Portal Revolution, Resident Evil 2 Akuma mode, Fallout London, the Halo 2 E3 2003 demo, which was like modded into the Master Chief Collection. And then last but not least, Doom 3. Not the Doom 3 you're thinking about, but Doom 3 built in the old style. So yeah, let's get to chatting about these. Who has anyone here played or checked out Portal Revolution? What is going on here?
I have. I played it.
Yeah.
I finished it. It is fantastic. Portal Revolution is set after the first Portal game, but before Portal 2. However, it uses some of the puzzle mechanics of Portal 2.
Yeah, it's a mod for Portal 2.
Correct.
But
yeah,
it
it's
takes
a mod for Portal
place
2.
in between Portal 2 and Portal 1.
Correct. Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's just a full-blown campaign. You're talking about 8 hours worth of gameplay here, 40 new challenges and puzzle rooms to solve. The modders introduce some new tools that you can use, like if you recall the laser cube that would turn a laser at a 90-degree angle. This one uses 2 cubes that are like, I guess, quantum entangled. Laser goes in one, comes out the other one, so you can move them around the environment. It's all voice acted as well, so you've got a new sort of Wheatley like AI orb floating around, and then another one that you kind of meet later on. And the story sort of revolves around what happens when you have the power vacuum of GLaDOS just destroyed at the end of Portal 1, and sort of what happens there to the facility. And I think they just did a fantastic job of like maintaining the themes of Portal, despite being just not just a bunch of modders, but it's not an official Valve game. But
no, it's community made and it's free.
Correct.
But also ridiculously overwhelmingly positive reviews.
It's really good.
23,000 community members have reviewed it, and it's overwhelmingly positive. So
yeah, and some of these puzzles are quite tough, and I love my puzzle games, and so for the modders of this to come up with puzzles that are, you got to think for a little bit about what you're trying to do and really wrap your head around what's going on. They did a tremendous job here.
Well, also, like you said, with the those entangled cubes, like they've created new ways to solve puzzles. So usually when you do something like that in a mod, it kind of opens up ideas for, hey, we could do this in a puzzle now.
Yeah, exactly. And there's instances where shooting a laser at one of those nullification fields turns it red, so that you can't pass through it anymore without yourself like getting evaporated. So they've sort of tweaked some of the mechanics a little bit and reinvigorated a franchise I'd love to see more of.
Nice. More Portal is good, so I'm not going to be mad at like a free like a free mod that basically creates a whole new campaign for us. That's pretty dope. I wish Valve could count to 3, because Portal 3 seems that would have been the obvious one.
Can't be done.
I still feel like their best move would be to release a new orange box just called 3, with like Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Team Fortress 3, Left 4 Dead 3. Like they have all these threequels.
Counter-Strike 3.
Counter-Strike.
They just released Counter-Strike 2. They don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was it, like the purple box or something? That was the rumor.
Yeah.
That would be neat. I don't know. Maybe someday. But yeah, next up, it wouldn't be a year-ending. It would just be a year-ending Shacknews Awards without us mentioning whatever crazy thing has been modded into a Resident Evil game. And this year we're getting Akuma mode in RE2 remake, so that's pretty wild.
Oh, is it remake or the classic version?
Is it just the classic version?
I think it's the
My
classic.
bad. You're right.
RE2.
Yeah. Sorry. It's the 98 version. My bad. Yeah. It's this started as an April Fool's joke, like 26 years ago, and it like finally happened. I don't know. We keep just RE2 is the perfect game for this kind of experimentation because like
Yes.
it's David, I don't know how many times you played the campaign of RE2, but like you kind of know it already.
I don't either. Yeah, it's
Probably like
So
100 times.
this is a mod that's right up my alley. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but from what I've heard, it's pretty batshit insane and exactly the sort of thing you'd expect from an Akuma mod in any game, really. It looks like a lot of fun, and I just like that the modding community is still having fun. I think one reason we're seeing an explosion of modding for the classic RE games is because they were made available on GOG.
Oh, okay.
So it's even easier to get a hold of them and play them now, whereas before they were only on discs, and most computers don't even have disk drives these days. So what are you gonna do?
Mm. See, Donovan, these were the save logo on like your Microsoft Word. That was actually a physical media called a floppy disk that would store data on it. I don't have
So
to
now
make
you
any
know.
modem noises about this.
No,
Uh,
you don't.
But yeah, like you can literally throw Shoryukens and like his uppercut. Like a lot of his kit from Street Fighter is in this mod.
Yeah.
So that's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, it was created by a team of modders in the community, and yeah, just kind of absurd. But
Looks pretty clean.
It wouldn't be an RE mod if it wasn't absurd. I still think like Thomas the Tank Engine in RE2 remake is still probably my favorite one because it turned Mr. X into Thomas the Tank Engine. And then they did another mod where instead of the clomping around like his feet sound, it was literally DMX's X gonna give it to you. So like I saw someone put both of those mods together and it's Thomas the Tank Engine showing
Oh
up
no.
and X gonna give it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Anyway, I'm here for it. I'm here for silly random Capcom mods. Bill, this next one. This is something I expected you to be all over, but it didn't ship in the best condition. Fallout London. Uh, how long has this been teased? It felt like 5 years in the making or something.
It was in development like as long as Fallout 4 was in development, really. Actually, I don't know. That's true. I'm just making a joke, but yeah, like we can be pretty hard on things that ship in not great shape. I don't really apply that to mods because these are folks that are kind of just doing it, right?
Yeah.
And they also had to deal with the fact that the actual Fallout 4 next gen update came out and it basically obliterated everything that they had done and they had to delay it. So yeah, I have delayed. I haven't played this one yet. I've watched some gameplay of it. I've tried to be selective with that because I really don't want to spoil the entire experience for myself. But this is a pretty cool thing. This is like a full-fledged Fallout game essentially that takes place in obviously London, hence the name. And I think it's part of what helped to revitalize Fallout this year. I don't think it's the big part. We obviously know what the big part is. The television show did that, but I do think that it's worth mentioning that for players, and especially veteran players and people who have played Fallout before and for a long time, this is probably more likely to get them back into Fallout than like watching the television show would, right? Like they need new content, they need new things to experience. So I am personally waiting until at this point, I think it's probably operational, but time being an issue, I'm probably something that I'm going to dive into on my break.
So I was reading about the development of this. It did start in 2019.
Yeah.
And then obviously COVID kind of threw a wrench into the mix because people were all over the place. And yeah, the Ukrainian war that's been going on for the past 3 or 4 years affected multiple members who were working on this. So yeah, it hasn't been the smoothest development process because of some really outside events that have affected their team.
Mhm.
Roughly about 200, or sorry, 20 testers came together to build this thing. And yeah, this is, if you consider the hub area as part of this, it's about the same size as the Far Harbor DLC. So it's pretty large.
Which that would have taken me. Granted, I'm a completionist, like, and you know how I play an open world with like I'm very like check every nook and cranny and experience things, and like I'm not in a rush ever when I'm in an open world, unless there's an mission. But yeah, Far Harbor would have taken me like 30 hours as a completionist, and maybe like if I knew what I was doing, like 8 to 10 hours if I was blitzing just the story. So like if you, I mean, I don't know that that's one-to-one comparison, but even so, you're still looking at like a mod that's going to give you another, I would say 20 plus hours.
Yeah. And then yeah, we mentioned already, but it launched in poor condition. It's still pretty buggy. But
To be fair, Fallout 4 is still buggy. So
yeah.
I don't really think that's a problem. I think it's called consistency.
Creation engine.
The problem
issues,
is that
yeah.
you are having hard crashes to the desktop though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Hey, I have more hard crashes. It's still a thing in Fallout 4 too. It
No, I know.
never ends, man. It never ends.
oh, trust me, I know. And it's like you're building something on top of something that's already shaky, and then you don't want to blame the people who are just doing this for free.
Yeah, it sounds like you have experience with maybe some of the problems that they're encountering.
Yes, I do. When you run a website that's from the 1990s, yeah, you run into some interesting development problems and solutions. Okay, Sam.
Okay.
I feel like I should just be going dun 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
Just to hype him up for this part.
Hell
But
yeah,
Sam,
man. Yeah.
How I watched you stream this, man. I saw the sheer joy on your face. But
Yep.
tell everyone why you think that this Halo 2 E3 demo mod for the Master Chief
Okay.
Collection should win.
I think you'll like what I've got prepared here, Asif.
Sure.
Back in 2003, Bungie was in the midst of developing Halo 2, and E3 was right around the corner. They had nothing to show, nothing like together in a cohesive package. So what they did was they, cobbled together a mission that showcased all the important parts of what they were trying to do with Halo 2. And then they went to E3 and showed it off, and it blew people away. People were amazed at what was going on. Now, as a youngster growing up in Australia, I obviously couldn't go to E3 because I was like 12 at the time when it came out. But what Sam did was he was able to go into a news agency back when he was 12 and pick up a copy of, oh no, the blur's not working, a copy of the Xbox magazine where it showcased Halo 2, right?
Yeah.
This is the one that I bought for like 20 years ago.
Wow.
And then within it, they've got a breakdown of the cinematics and what took place so that I, living over here in Australia, was able to understand what was going on and why this was so important. But that wasn't enough. I had to go, I'm going to turn off this blur so that I can actually do my show and tell correctly, right? So it shows off all of that. But that wasn't enough. I went and actually bought a DVD that included the Halo 2 demo video so I could actually watch what's going on. And I never thought I would ever lay eyes on this product ever. But cut to 20 years later, the 20th anniversary of Halo 2, and 343 worked together with modders from the community, Digsite, I believe. They managed to recover this mission and then mod it into the Master Chief Collection, the Halo 2 component of that, so that people like myself who weren't even able to get into the same room to see it played by Bungie, had an opportunity to play it. And boy, it just took me right back to those days as like a 12-year-old kid begging his mum, please, can I get this Halo 2 magazine? I didn't even know Halo 2 was a thing at the time. And sitting there poring over that information and just imagining what it probably looked like in live action. And for them to be able to like recover this, I guess, archaeological artifact from the past and put it in front of everybody, of people who loved Halo 2, and just everyone to experience it. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's really special. It's special to me, and that's my pitch.
No, it's huge for games history too, like video game history. And E3 doesn't even exist anymore, so putting together these demos, I think, is going to be one way that we can at least remember it. A very solid nomination, Sam. I'm not tipping my hat at all to what I'm going to vote for, but I think you made some good points there.
I have one question. I think one advantage this mod has is they had a company behind them, whereas most modders are just solo amateur devs doing their own thing. How much?
To be fair, David, we're talking about 343 here in Microsoft.
That's true. That's true. And I'm not raining on Sam's parade.
Is that really
I'm
a
genuinely
tailwind?
curious. No, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah,
how much 343 was involved.
I was having a look at the Wikipedia, and it says that it was mainly overseen by someone called General 101, with 2 people from 343 offering assistance by looking into the internal archives and source depots for assets and files. So I think from there they probably handed over that to the modding team. Okay. But I haven't had a good read of the wiki entry yet. But yeah, Dig Site's sort of iconography is like the main credits in this here.
It couldn't have happened without the help of Microsoft, to your point, at least allowing them to have access to the assets. But I think the community is why this is even here.
For sure.
And to release it on the Halo 2's 20th anniversary as well, that's kind of special. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I'm sorry. 343.
You don't think it's special?
No, it is, but 343, I'm not giving them flowers right now.
Oh no, I'm not giving them flowers. I'm saying like the fact that this demo was released on the 20th anniversary. That in itself.
There's some Halo Infinite residue just sitting in the back of my brain right now, and
mate, let Halo 2 cleanse it.
That's why when David's like, "Is this giving him an unfair advantage?" I'm like, "No. Have you played Halo Infinite? No, it's not. It's quite the opposite." And I'm not here to bury Halo Infinite. I'm here to help Sam's case out here, because I don't think that's too much of a concern, David. But yeah, last but not least, we have Doom 3 here. Can you explain what is going on here, David? Because like a lot of people are going to hear me say Doom 3 and they're going to think one game. It's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciated Sam's journey back to the past, so I'm going to take you on a similar ride. When Doom 3 came out in 2004, it was a game written in a full 3D engine, and it didn't feel like Doom to a lot of people. This was before 3D graphics cards could push a lot of polygons, so you didn't have any scenarios as you did in classic Doom where you might open a door and have 50 enemies just rushing at you. So what this modding team did was they took Doom 2, like a modern source port, and they created what Doom 3 might have been had it been made with the classic Doom engine. You actually start in level 30 of Doom 2 with the wreckage of the icon of sin all around you. You go through a hole in the wall that got blasted open. You actually trek through hell back up to the surface of Earth to a marine base where you find out there are still demons on Earth and you have to start clearing them out. So what I'm telling you is there's actually a story in this Doom game, which is kind of novel in and of itself. The really cool thing about this is there are different playable characters. They're actually female playable characters. They all have their own stats. There are new weapons. There are new enemies. But otherwise, it plays a lot like a classic Doom game. But I would actually say this is more akin to Doom 64. It's not just a mind-numbing shooting gallery. There are actually a lot of puzzles. A lot of exploration is involved if you want to be a completionist and find all the secrets, get weapons early, that sort of thing. it's just a really impressive job by this modding team that I think this was years in the making as well, and they did a fantastic job.
Hmm. So what's this Doom lady go by? Is her name Doom Lady? Doom
I
Gal?
think her name is either Doom Gal or Doom Girl.
Doom
Yeah,
Girl?
That's great.
there's
Yeah.
Doom Guy. They actually, one of the other male characters is, I can't remember his name, but it's the name they gave Doom Guy in the novels. If you read, wow, look at that fireworks going on.
Fireworks going on.
Yeah, it's the name they gave the Doom Guy in the novels way back in the day that I read.
So,
Obviously,
is this a remake of Doom 3 in the original Doom
it's
engine?
not a remake. It's a brand new game. This is basically what Doom 3 might have been
Oh, I
if it didn't
understand.
go in the direction it did. It's a
Yeah,
brand new
that's
game.
when you
Yep.
brought up the whole demons being on Earth thing, there was a canned Doom game, right? Like that I don't know if it was after Doom 3, before Doom 2016, but they were working on a Doom game that was gonna be
Yeah,
like Hell on Earth.
yeah. Doom 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it was gonna be Doom 4, I think. And then they just canned it because it was like very Call of Duty feeling. Um,
Yes.
is this taking inspiration from that at all? Like, because you're
I
it
think
sounds
I
like
think
some
to
of
a
what you're talking about.
point. I
Yeah.
think to a point because like, the UAC has always been like it's maintained kind of an omnipresence in Doom lore. And so this isn't like if you played Brutal Doom with its add-on pack, this isn't as militarized as that. It doesn't really feel like real buildings because that's not what Doom's engine was all about. It was more about abstract level design.
Yeah.
And so this is more like that. There's just more of a military presence because you get back to a base and you find dead
Okay.
Marines, which is how Doom started, right? Like you're
Mhm.
the sole survivor and have to go all the way through Mars and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question.
No, it does. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like
So this was a lot of fun for me as a Doom fan. And I love Doom 3, actually. I'm one of the dozens. But
yeah.
this game was
Dozens of
cool
us.
to play. There are dozens of us. This game was really fun to play. It kind of took me back to, I wouldn't say this is exactly what it would have been in the 90s because again, it is made from a modern source port. I think you need GZ Doom to run it, but it
Yeah.
certainly is evocative of that time period.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we've given all these a little enough of a summary. What do you think about voting? You guys want to vote?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. I'll start with you, David.
I'm gonna go Halo 2. Sam really sold me on it.
Yeah, it is pretty damn magical. Donovan.
Definitely Halo 2. Seeing that was a thing and watching people play through it was cool as hell.
Yeah. If Sam was 12, how old were you?
In 03,
Yeah.
5.
There you go. So you were not allowed to play Halo 2.
I ended up playing it anyway. My dad just made me promise that I wouldn't
yeah.
try to do any of that stuff in real life. Then he let me play it.
No driving warthogs, Donovan.
Nope, no rocket
No
launchers,
sweet-
no
no
energy
sweet
No
drugs.
sources.
rocket launchers for you, man.
Okay, that's awesome. Denny.
Feeling the Halo 2 vibe too. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
feel
strong.
that. I can feel that. Greg.
If you're gonna come on this season and debate a game and you have visual aids, physical things you bought, yeah, Halo 2, and it's a sweep.
Nope.
It's not a
There's no
sweep
pizza on the
yet.
line.
We have 4 more
It's
people,
too
so
early
we
to
mess
be-
up the sweep.
Too early to be handing out pizzas.
We're gonna pretty guilt people into their vote.
Okay, TJ.
I'm going for Akuma mode because it's stupid as hell and I love it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love
That's up there too.
I love silly. Just put Akuma in more random games. Like, I don't know. Yeah. That's a Shack chat. Just what game do you
What
want
game should
Akuma?
Yeah.
What
Animal
game should
Crossing.
Akuma be modded into? Put that on the evergreen list. Sorry, let me get I have an absentee vote here from Ozzy. So let me get that. Ozzy voted for Fallout London. Bill. You're muted. Still muted.
You're muted, my guy.
Oh,
Your
still muted.
microphone is probably muted. Like, do you have a physical button on your mic? Still can't hear you. What the hell
Write it
happened?
Oh,
down.
not Bill being
Send it-
censored. Jeez.
Send it in
Everything
Slack.
you're doing is bad.
I don't know what happened. I'm not the only one that can't hear Bill, though, right?
No, yeah,
I
I can't hear him.
either.
No, nothing.
It looked like he had something important to say, though.
Sadie maybe
Yeah.
knocked over his mic or something.
Yeah.
Or went back.
He
there
said something
and watched
important to say.
He said, "Damn
I
it,
got something
Halo."
important to say. Yeah.
I believe he said Halo
Okay.
2 is what he was gonna
He
say.
did. He messaged me on Slack.
That's close enough. Yeah.
He messaged me on Slack. He said, "Not if I'm not lying, Bill." Okay, there you go. just
That
making sure
doesn't seem
people know.
sketchy at all.
Yeah.
Blink twice.
Hold up today's newspaper. Hold up today's Xbox Game magazine.
Some
Well, that's gonna
toxic
be a
energy right
problem.
now.
Still can't hear you.
How about now?
Yay!
Yeah, we got it.
Thanks, Discord. All you have to do is like jump around to different chairs. Stupid fucking app. Anyways,
Hold up some antenna. Yeah. Anyway,
I had it was really good too. It's lost its effect now.
no, none of us heard it. We still want to
yeah.
hear it.
Listen, despite the amount of times that Sam has stabbed me in the back in these deliberations, I feel like it would not be in good taste for me to vote for a mod that I haven't played, such as Fallout London. And he did bring props, so Sam owes me 3, and I vote for Halo 2.
I thought you were just upset that it wasn't Fallout London, Ontario, Canada.
I wasn't, but I am now.
David has the icon of sin there.
Delayed anger. It's still there.
But is
No,
that Doom?
David.
Is that Doom 3?
No, this is I got it as official contributor to John Romero's Sigil 2.
Oh, so that's the Sigil 2 box?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that Romero's making like that's like what it looked like at the old like PC stores.
Yeah.
Software
That's cool.
came in these giant boxes.
I miss those days, man.
Yeah. it
Big
was a magic
boxes,
time.
instruction manuals,
floppy
little-
disks.
yeah, floppy disks, and really brittle CD cases.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Sam. You're voting
Yeah,
for
I mean, we all know what I'm going to vote for, but like modding is so important to me. I think it's so critical for like keeping games new. All of these mods are so special. Halo 2 holds a special place in my heart, though, and I've got to go for the E3 2003 demo.
Nice. Steve.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Halo 2. Halo 2
Yeah.
mod.
And yeah, both TJ and Ozzy picked not Halo. So even in Greg's own headcanon, we're not having a pizza party here. Although I am also voting for Halo 2. I saw how emotional you got, Sam, during that stream, and it really highlighted just how magical of a moment that truly was this year. Like Halo community kind of down bad right now. And this was a good morale booster because it took us back to the old days of the greatness of Halo.
Man, Halo was so good.
I think I was at that E3. Can't
Yeah.
remember. I've been to too many, but like they had that like running on a video at their booth the whole show.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't know how many hours I put into Halo 2. I'm sure everyone here did. But yeah, we got a winner. The best mod of the year 2024 goes to was this 343 or not Bungie, but kind of
Dig-Site.
Bungie. Dig Site,
Yeah.
Microsoft, Xbox, all those places. Congratulations. Very cool fan service thing there to bring something from the past like that back. But yeah, the Halo 2 E3 2003 demo mod for Master Chief Collection has won the best mod of the year 2024.